Hi everyone, I'm Russ.
I am Mark.
And this is a spirited endeavor.
Prime in the Pump edition.
That's right.
Okay, so tonight we're going to be a little all over the place.
A little bit.
A little bit.
More so than normal.
Yeah, we got a few whiskeys lined up. Should be a fun series of episodes.
Yeah, very curious.
So tonight we're going to start off with the Doc Swintons.
Yeah, and this one sounds really interesting too.
It really is. Well, it is an MGP sourced whiskey, but they did some really, really interesting finishes with this.
Yeah, they did.
So it's a triple cask, and they use Oloroso sherry, they use Pedro Jimenez, and then they use cognac to finish these.
That's going to be really interesting.
I'm expecting a lot of flavor, a lot of fruitiness. I mean, even the color on it, it's got like a reddish cask, and that's not just a red tablecloth.
I'm just admiring that myself, actually.
Yeah, yeah. It's I'm excited to try this one.
I'm thinking this is going to be a fun one. I'm hoping it is.
Yeah, it really is. Now this one is 46.7% ABV. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 47.9.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we were just a little off there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, you know what? I don't even know why I put that back.
Yeah, I'm dying of curiosity with this one.
Yeah.
Haven't had too much in the way of bourbons that have been finished in sherry cask or anything of that nature.
You know, the nature of bourbon though would make me think that it would hold up well.
I would think so.
I mean, bourbon's already sweet, and it's got that corn forwardness. I think it would play well with the fruit notes of sherry and and cognac.
I think it might pull out the sweetness a little bit more than you get with Scotch.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking too. So I've seen a couple of finishes out there, with bourbon, but there's not a lot of them.
Agreed. Yeah, I would definitely agree. Well, MGP makes good stuff too, so I mean, at least it's a good base.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a look at this thing.
So I have to say, it's not quite as dark in the glass as I expected.
No, and maybe it was the red that was from the tablecloth that was pulling it, because looking here now, it is just a, like a golden amber.
Yep, definitely.
Very oily whiskey.
Yes, it is. I was just admiring that myself. Legs for days.
Yeah,
that is impressive.
Yeah, that is a lot of oil, and it just clings there.
It really does. Yeah, I'm thinking that might stick around a minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Yeah. So immediately I got like this buttery note to it.
Yep.
And then like the fruit comes in.
Yeah, I'm getting what I would expect out of a corn forward mash bill. Yeah. But then you get the fruit on top of it.
Yeah. So I mean, lots of dark fruit in there. Plum.
Yeah, I would agree on the plum.
Plum. Yeah, it's got a nice sweetness to it. There's a little bit of oak.
I'm noticing that as well.
Just like around the edge. Nothing, nothing really in your face, but there's a nice oakiness to it.
Getting a little ethanol.
Yeah, a little ethanol. A little bit of a perfumey type of note in there.
No, it smells pretty.
Oh, it really does. I mean, yeah, I would love this as an air freshener.
Yeah, right. Get pulled over all the time, but it smelled good until you did.
All right. Wow.
Well,
I think we oughta.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Dry, but oily.
Yeah, but I got a little bit of that ethanol in there. Caused me to cough.
Yeah. Nice burn on the back end. Little zippy.
It is. Now it does have I mean, you can absolutely tell this is a bourbon.
Oh yeah.
It is well within those bourbon notes, but there is this beautiful fruitiness to it that comes in, after the corn, the caramel, the corn, I'm getting like this ripe fruit.
The second sip's even better. So it is very buttery, very smooth, really nice. There's that word, smooth. Very, very nice oils on that. First sip was a little dry to me. I think more because of the finish. Second sip, that really didn't hit me quite the same. Really nice zip on the back end though.
Yeah, that one is spicy and peppery and just lively all over the place.
But I like that. I like that because it offsets the sweetness, the fruity sweetness that you get with it. Oh wow, that fruit.
Yeah, now there is a, on the back end, I'm getting like almost like a little tobacco, but it's also a little tannic too.
little bit.
Just a little bit. Not to the point where it's unpleasant, but it does have that sort of drying tannic nature.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Well, I do like that though.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good combination.
That is fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that one just keeps going too. They got a nice, long, lingering finish.
Really does. Yeah, it sticks around, and you know, it's the sweetness isn't over the top on this. I mean, it's sweet. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that like saccharine sweet.
Yeah, it's like a fruity sweetness.
Yeah, it really is.
You really do get that fruitiness that kind of comes, from the sherry and the cognac.
Yeah.
You can definitely get those influences in there, and that's really plays well with the bourbon sweetness.
That needs to be more of a thing. More bourbons and finishes like that. That's a really interesting combination. I think I'd like to see other mash bills with that finish, just to see what it brings.
Yeah, I wonder how hard it is to get those barrels here.
Well, there's that question, and the other thing, I think from the standpoint of calling it a bourbon, it's a bit problematic, isn't it? Because bourbon can only be new oak.
That is also true. And once you finish it, it is no longer technically a bourbon.
Right. So at that point, it's more like an American whiskey.
Yeah, so, and I believe this one is just triple cask, straight bourbon whiskey finished in sherry and cognac.
Yeah, that's how they're doing it.
So that's how they're doing it. So it was a straight bourbon that received these finishes. So it's no longer considered a bourbon.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Like I say, I would love to see more like that. Again, with different mash bills, I think that would be really cool. A little bit of rye in there I think might be kind of interesting. I don't know that it would go well, but I'd be curious to see it. And then, of course, a wheated.
Yes, certainly I think the wheat would certainly be a little more interesting to me.
Yep.
Because that wheat brings that sort of orange, it's also kind of a fruity layer in there.
Oh, yeah.
You get that bready fruitiness, that
I think
wheat
that
brings.
would play nicely.
I think that would.
The rye is more morbid curiosity on my part. But if I was going to pick one that I think would be the best fit, the wheated I think would be.
Yeah, like a 3 grain or 4 grain would be amazing, with those finishes.
Yeah. Wow, really impressed. What do you think for a score?
I'm gonna give it 3.5.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm thinking 3.5. I'm tempted to go 4, but I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah, I think that that finish on there was just enough off, or at least out of my palate, out of my flavor palate,
The way the ethanol hit for me did not make it my favorite, and I would agree the finish was just a little off for me. Mid palate and early palate, fantastic, and again that nice little bit of pepper at the back, and I really enjoyed. But yeah, 3.5 for me as well.
Very good.
Awesome, really cool whiskey. Hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah, we sure did. We'll catch you on the next one.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah, that needs to be more of a thing.
Yeah, it really does.